Welcome to Me with Nature, a series where we explore the vastness of the Himalayas. Previously, we saw the sunrise at Tiger Hill and enjoyed the view of Kanchenjunga at Batasalu. Today, we are going to the Darjeeling's Peace Pagoda, a well-built white pagoda built to represent peace and unity among all races and creeds. The founding stone was laid by Nichitatsu Fuji on 3rd November 1972 and was inaugurated on 1st November 1992. Fuji found Nipponzan Myohoji Buddhist order, and there is also a temple dedicated to him in the complex.
Yes, you can see that this is a Buddha temple, and it's made by the Japanese, so it has some Japanese cultures also. You can see and you can listen that there is some types of prayers is going on. And our host, Ayushbhai, you want to say something?
As you can see that this is a Buddha temple. Against that, the Peace Pagoda, as you can see. So there is the Buddha sitting, and this is a Japanese temple. So some sort of prayers are attending. That you can see that the war drums are beating, and they are saying some types of prayers. So they are praying their chief deity, Fuji Guruji.
Now we are going to the Peace.
Now we are going to the Peace Pagoda. Let's see. Very clear view of it. You can see the Buddha statue sitting in the Dhyan Mudra, they say in the Tibetan language. You have to circle these in the Tibetology. They say it the Mani circle, as they form that ritual to circle it around for a round and visit the Buddha. There is a very clear view of the Himalayas standing there. There is the Shivalik range, as you can see. These are the Singalila range, and you can see the Darjeeling city there. So you come across the city and this here, Darjeeling Peace Pagoda. Come on, let's go upstairs. The Buddha statue. And there are very ancient carvings in the walls, as you can see, telling the stories of Buddha, that the 12 steps that he has taken in his life. So you have to go around this mane to complete our ritual, and it should be in the clockwise direction that we did before.
The Peace Pagoda offers knowledge about the life of Buddha and the events that had significant confluence in his life. One of them was when King Bimbisara, founder of the city of Rajagriha as well as the Haryanka dynasty, paid homage to Buddha in Venuvana. Bimbisara was a great friend and protector of Buddha. Another one of them when Amrapali, an admirer of Buddha, who was a celebrated royal courtesan of the Republic of Vaishali, gifted a mango grove to Buddha to continue his teachings and extend his order. One of the important principles of Buddhism was the Lotus Sadharam Pundarika Sutra. Although this sutra is a complex depiction of Buddha's principle, it can still be understood somehow. Basically, here the path to Buddhahood lies using upayas or skillful means depicting that the Buddha didn't pass into final nirvana and is still actively preaching dharma. When Buddha was about to be born, Queen Maya had a dream of 6 tusked elephants who descended from the heavens and entered her womb from the right side. It was a depiction of Buddha Shakyamuni's final birth and physical appearance into this world. Great departure of Siddhartha, which is the real name of Buddha, marked Siddhartha Gautam's renunciation of royalty life and accepting the life of an ascetic. After leaving his newborn son Rahula and wife Yasodhara, this path ultimately made him the person he was meant to be. During Buddha's path to enlightenment, Mara, the celestial demon king of Buddhist mythology, tried to distract him using beautiful women who are often referred to as his own daughters. In his final steps to enlightenment, Buddha was unsure of what to do with his profound knowledge, as humans might not be able to understand it. But God Brahma told Buddha to preach Dhamma as some humans may benefit from it. An important event that happened after Buddha's death was division of his relics. He wanted his ashes to be distributed among his many traditions of his beliefs, and hence every stupa had the remains of Buddha to this date. Well, this was for today. We explored the Peace Pagoda of Darjeeling and knew about the life of Buddha and some of his teachings. So, this is day 7 for Me with Nature. See you tomorrow.